Hello students and welcome back to class. Today's presentation is all about the Biling C55 smartboard. And yes, that is the sound that my chain makes. Biling! Anyways, I figured instead of doing a typical review, I would do a presentation because you know what? That's kind of the whole use case of this thing. And yes, there is a reflection. I am so sorry, but there you go. That's what you're missing. Cats. Which I kind of like. It's like, yeah, you know. Anyways. You're probably wondering, what the heck is a smartboard? Right? Well, it's just a touch screen TV with software that allows for markup. Can you imagine having a teacher that just has to do that for every single word? Let's pretend I had all these words on the screen and I'm like, guys, make sure you're paying attention to this word right here. And you're like, dude, what the hell is he pointing at? I'm like, dude, this word right here. Like, sure, I cannot see what the hell you're doing. Since I have this smartboard, I can just do that. Be like, dude, I am talking about this word right here.
Oh my God, it's so obvious now. I love it.
I could even come in here and be like, yeah, let's highlight it. Now you know what I'm talking about. And with one press, boom, it's like nothing ever happened. Let's talk about my unboxing experience, which you're probably like, dude, really? Why are we talking about this? It's because the box for the stand went through some abuse. And believe it or not, when I opened it up, the styrofoam was all broken, but nothing was damaged. So, whew. And the TV box had some wear and tear, but was completely fine. You know how that makes me feel? Like that. Really though, what the hell were they doing to my box? Let's talk about the screen, okay? It's 55 inches, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, that's so small in today's standards. I prefer a lot bigger, because bigger is always better. No, actually, it's not. You're wrong, okay? Because in a use case like this, sometimes you need something a little more manageable. So sometimes smaller is better. And the reason I say that is because if I want to annotate on this in front of a whole group of people, I don't want to be like this and get a step stool and, you know, do all of that. Instead, I like the idea of just boom, boom, top, bottom, bada bing, bada boom. 55 inches, perfect size. It's also a thick boy for sure, okay? So it has a lot of ports. It's got software that actually makes the smartboard work. So yeah, it's got a little bit of brains here in the back. It's packing heat, you know what I'm saying? And with that said, I would refer to it as an Insignia TV on sale for Black Friday back in 2012. And it's like a 42-inch TV, okay? So we're talking about that thickness. So, you know, it's thick, but it's not too bad. Let me tell you, the color sucks. And I'm just being honest, okay? Behind me, we have an OLED. And the colors on this are just sexual, okay? They do things to me. Whereas on here, it's bad, okay? It just, no bueno, senor. And that's okay, because you're not using this for graphic design. You're not color correcting the next big film. So it's okay. It's just something you need to be aware of. And we'll give you some examples here in a little bit. It's not super sharp. It's actually quite subpar, just like you. But it's okay. Your mom still loves you, probably. And honestly, I just want people to know that not every screen nowadays is going to be perfect, okay? You have people that use their MacBook Pro and it has a Retina display, and then they come to this and they're like, dude, when do we, if I'm being honest, my MacBook would just absolutely queen this thing, okay? Just absolutely do that. But that's not the point of this, okay? So, Timmy, shut your mouth. Anyways, the responsiveness is great. Now, I will say, my opinion on this has somewhat changed over time. Now that I've been using it more, I wouldn't say great. I would say good, you know? And the reason I say that is mainly because of software rather than the actual screen being responsive. So I've noticed the more I use some of the built-in apps, I'll have some trouble with things not working. But it doesn't happen often enough where I would redact this entirely. Overall, good considering the use case. And you know what? I wish I had the ability to write on this screen right now. Oh, wait, I do. Read these words right here, okay? Use case, all right? Because I said good, but I just said a lot of bad things. These are all bad things, right? I just absolutely took a dookie on this thing, and then I used the word good. And people in the comments are gonna be like, dude, you literally cannot say that something is bad and then say it's good. Did they pay you? No, they didn't pay me anything, okay? But I'm telling you, it's good considering the use case. See this thing right here, this word, use case? It's 2 words, whatever. It's good for the use case, okay? So for people that are thinking, why are you saying it's good if it's not good? It's good for the use case. Also, this should give you somewhat of an idea of how dull and off colors are, because this is a very saturated image on my actual computer, but over here, yeah, it's not good. Okay, did someone say ports? Did someone say it? No, no one did. But I'm going to show you the ports regardless. On the front here, we have Type-C, HDMI, touch, 2 USB 3s. On the side, we have PC audio, VGA in, optical out, RS-232, and mic in. And underneath, we have RJ45 in, line out, touch, HDMI, USB 2, and USB 3. God damn, that's a lot of ports. You get a USB, you get a USB. I saw it and I was like, that's funny, because anyways, Android? What? Yeah, dude, this runs off of Android. Isn't that crazy? Now, I will say Android TV is my favorite experience for TVs. That's not saying a lot. I think smart TVs are awful. They're just so clunky, but that's a story for a different day. Now, as far as this Android goes, it's equivalent to, those $20 tablets you get at Best Buy during Black Friday. I don't know why I keep bringing up Black Friday, but you know what I'm talking about, those no-name brand ones that you give your kids with those blue rubber cases. Yeah, it's Android, you know what I mean? I like this now. I like Android phones. It's funny. Anyways, software is extremely important, especially for something like this. So let's take a quick pause from my very fancy presentation and actually mess around with some of the software. Whoa. This video is sponsored by UPDF, a powerful tool that integrates ChatGPT-4 technology to make your tasks easier. This includes hassle-free summarization. You could summarize your PDF in seconds. Smart translation. It allows you to translate your PDF into any language you want. Better PDFs. It can brainstorm ideas, fix grammar mistakes, and enhance the content for a better PDF. And even more. One license gives you access to every platform and feature. Download it today to be more efficient with your PDFs. Save big using my link down below in the description. When you boot this bad boy up, you'll be greeted with this screen, which is very straightforward. Gives you 4 quick action buttons, as well as the date and the time. And then on either side of the screen, there's this little arrow. And if you tap that, that's kind of like quick access to a whole bunch of different things that you'll probably need, which if we go from the bottom up, basically we have the more tools section. Whole bunch of things here. Timer, stopwatch, record, freeze. I mean, it just goes on. And these are really, really handy if you're doing a presentation, you're doing something in school. These are the main things you're going to want to check out, which, yeah, there you go. Sorry, by the way, about the reflection. The next option we have here is just settings. We have quick settings, as well as our advanced settings, which have different tabs underneath. So yeah, a lot of things that you could adjust. Above that is our markup button. If we press that, no matter where we are, we're going to pull up this nice little screen here that allows us to just mark up to our heart's content. Above that is our launcher for all of the different apps that we have installed. Above that is our finder, so all of the different files that we have. And above that is our note app. Above that, we can see all the different apps that we have open, and we could kill those if we need to. And then finally, we have the home button, which is pretty straightforward. By the way, I haven't really shown off the stylus yet, but basically it has, typical stylus tip, and then it has sort of an eraser-like look here at the bottom, which is super cool because you would think that you'd be able to draw on one end and either erase or have some other type of markup feature with the other. But you're not. And this is because we're using the native built-in markup tool that's available on any screen. However, if we were to open up the Note app, we actually do have 2 different options based on which side we're using. This frustrates me mainly because, yeah, the Notes app is cool, but it's not built into every single app. So like before, when I was doing my presentation, I couldn't do this, which is really annoying because it works in the Notes app, but nowhere else. So we know that it's possible. We know that the thing is capable of determining which end we're using. However, it's only working in this app. That frustrates me. I'm pissed. Anyways, let's check out the browser. Google, you need to stop doing fancy logos because I was going to show everyone what the Google logo looks like. Single mom, a birthday cake ex-husband. What the fuck am I reading? Anyways, check that out. You can see what I was talking about before when I mentioned the colors not being great. Okay. I mean, it's no surprise they're not amazing, but geez, yikes. Yeah, it's just a typical browser built in, nothing crazy. By the way, my presentation, I tried to open it in the browser and it didn't work. Luckily though, they have their app called WPS Office, and that's actually how I was able to do the presentation. My experience with the software is just kind of, it's not the end of the world. I'm not like, dude, I can't even use this. It's like, whoa, but it's also not like, oh my God, guys, this is legitimately amazing. It did freeze twice, which is to be expected. I mean, it's Android, but also it's not super intuitive. That's partly because it's Android, but also because, you know, you're on the screen and you don't have a keyboard and mouse, you're just using your hand. So sometimes it just feels unnatural, but that's not really their fault. Anyways, back to you, Matt. Welcome back to my very professional presentation. We're going to talk about price, but real quick, look at this emoji. You know what emojis look like. You know that it's a very punchy, vibrant yellow. It's not what we see right here. So anyways, I don't want to keep talking about the color. Doesn't matter. But we do have two different options here when it comes to prices. You can get just a TV without a stand, or you can get it with the stand that I have here today. I will tell you, this stand is no joke. It is big, girthy. God, why did I use that word? It's got 4 casters. This thing slides around. Dude, I could just take this on a walk with me. Super nice. I will say the power cord is like, I don't know, it's gotta be like 15 feet at least. You know what? No, it's gotta be like a 25-foot power cord. It's insane. I think everyone should buy the stand, mainly because if you're getting something like this, then you are all about interactivity, right? The idea is not just to interact on the screen itself, but to interact with the crowd that you are presenting to. And having the flexibility to move this thing around just enables way more opportunity. So yeah, I am pro stand, but you may be pro neither when you see the price. So we got $15.99 for just the TV, which, you know what? Hey, if you know a spot that you want to mount it on the wall and just leave it there and you're not worried about flexibility, by all means, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom, you're out the door and you're ready to go. Otherwise, you're going to spend $350 more. So that's $19.49, quick math for you. And that's going to give you the entire setup you see here today. So it's up to you. Do you think it's worth the extra $350, or do you think, God damn, it's not even worth the $15.99? You might be wondering what I'm going to do with this smart board, because there's no reason for me to have it, but I am going to give it to my dad. He's very excited to do play-by-plays for work, so he's going to be doing his John Madden, like, yeah, and that's why they came in here, and then next, oh, gotta be careful what I'm drawing here, but yeah, they just kind of infiltrated from the back, and that also sounds nothing like John Madden. But anyways, he's super excited though, and the reason I brought that up is because I am not the right demographic for this. And I think we all are aware of that. That's not a secret. This is perfect for corporate offices, small businesses, libraries, schools, you name it. This setup with the stand is just great. You know, you can't beat it. But of course, when it comes to a corporate office spending $2,000 for a setup, it's not crazy. But when it comes to me buying one just for fun, yeah, that price is egregious. One thing I want to say is I'm not well versed in the world of smart boards, okay? I can't tell you if this is the best for the price, but I can tell you if it's good or not. And that's kind of what this video was. I know there are some out there that have webcams on top and, you know, they have the whole nines, but this one is pretty straightforward. No frills, terrible color. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. But anyways, really at the end of the day, it's up to you if you think it's a good idea or not. My overall thoughts are meh. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Matt Filling or not. Get out of my face. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop.
Thank you for watching Swashin on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed watching. If not, then fuck you. Please hit subscribe because my channel is dead. Jesus Christ, man, that's just really sad.